This is Martin from seekedge, the channel for learning about trading and investment. Welcome to another episode of Markets Tomorrow, the daily technical market analysis for July 9th, 2021. So, as we do every day, this is the pattern that we follow. We touch upon all these different parameters and study the charts and find out what happened today, and accordingly we'll plan for the trading tomorrow. So let's go to these points on the chart and see what exactly happened today. So I have already loaded the Nifty 50 charts. As you can see here, this is the candle. This is the price action that you can see. You can see that today was a clear bearish day. I'm just removing the bands for better clarity. You can see that it was a really bearish candle that you can see here, a real bearish. Now Nifty, so this is Nifty, right? You can see that it shedded around 150 points, right? And if you see the total price movement, right, that's from the top, it's around 200 points, no? So it's a big fall for the Nifty, right? And what is the story on BANKNIFTY? We can see that, let's just remove all this, and you see a similar picture here. You have very bearish candle, right? And BANKNIFTY closed at 500 points down. And how much was the total price movement? If you see, you can see that around 670, so near to 700 points of price movement happened today. So that is the candle, the bearish candle is what we can clearly see, right? Let's get back to Nifty and see what happened today actually. Low time frames, it starts from here, clear trending down day, right? Clear trending down day, right from the morning. You can see that the trend is clear downtrend, right? So that is the action. Right? Let's go back and see what is. So this is for Nifty, and let's get back to, let me load it once again. Otherwise we'll just see BANKNIFTY charts and look at the low time frame, and it starts from here. You can see it is trending down, beautifully trending down. Right? At the end of the day, there's a slight move. That's probably, another down move. So so that's the price action. It's a clear, bearish day. That's very much clear. So let's now get back and see what other things can we take out, right? So what are the points that we have to discuss? So candlesticks we have seen, price action we have seen. It's clearly bearish. 200 points move, clearly bearish. 700 near to 700 points for BANKNIFTY price action. Now let's see some of the things what we can make out from here. So here what you can see here is, if I just, you can see that there is a channel that we have been following right from 2021 April, right? It just halted the channel, does not drop, just closed above that, right? So that's something to keep in mind. You can see that it had 3 times earlier, no, actually more than 3 times, but three times precisely on the point, 15,900 zone. It's come and halted, come and halted. Yesterday also we spoke that it is clearly bullish, but we have to be cautious that we are in a resistance zone. So whenever we are trading in a resistance zone, we have to be cautious until the confirmation comes and a clear DCC close happens above that, which, right, exactly same thing happened. Now the third or fourth or fifth time, right, here itself, no? Day for yesterday it attempted, and today also it half attempted and came down, right? Before that it attempted in 28 last month, then again 14th of last month. So multiple times it has been trying to counter that, getting resistance, and then once again it fall down, right? Fundamentally there was some reasons, there was some talk of corona today, but we are doing technical analysis, so we're not bothered much on those news aspects. But this is exactly what happened, right? Now you can see this. So trend line is something that you are seeing. That's a trend line support is the main thing. So if that is gone, right? Second is yeah. So that is gone. Then we are into. So where does that go? Right, the low. So 15,683 is the low of yesterday. Right, that is gone. Means the channel is broken. Then 15,500 is, so 15,600 was the previous single low, right? That is another support. After that, FIP 23, which is 15,500, it's another support. Then you have the previous swing low 15,450 levels, that's another support. Then after that, you have finally, alright, the 38% FIB levels of 15,250, and below that you have 15,050, 15,000. So that's how it goes. So 15,000 would be 50% of Fibonacci retracement, and anything below 14,800 is, right, is clear downtrend, right? So there's a long way to go. So this has been, moving up for so long, right? From 2020 March, it has been moving up, moving up, moving up. Did some decent correction, right? Then again started moving up, right? Trended moving up. So now it is consolidating, right? Probably it may correct also, right? So we should not worry about a big crash or something unless we break the 15,000, right? Until then, everything is fine. It may correct, right? It may correct to 23 fib per 38 fib per, right? So that is going to be not a one-time big crash. It may take its own sweet time if it is correct. If it is consolidating, it would continue to do that. So that depends on the channel is broken or not. Channel support, then Bollinger Bands moving average support, that is already there, the red, which is 15,775, which is already broken, right, on the case of Nifty. So first support is trend line, second support, we already seen that. Second is the previous 15,600, 500, then 50,000. So upwards, we can say now bullish only if another all-time high above closing. No, unless and until we close, not just hit and come back, right? We close a daily candle on 15,915. Then we are back into bullishness. That time this Bollinger Band will expand also. Similarly downside, this Bollinger Band line on the bottom has to, is right now squeezed, it's contracting. Now it will spill out. If it is spilling out, first place it will come would be the Fibonacci 23 levels. That means we know that the consolidation is over and the breakout has happened. Now we don't know what is it. It is still within the Bollinger Bands. Alright, it is still very much consolidating if you look at the chart, except that today was a big fall as compared to other days. We had previously also big falls like this, right? On 23rd of June we had another big fall, even bigger than today's probably. right? Then before that we had a big up move, which is twice of today's downfall. So that is always there. So as of now, there is no signal that there is going to be a crash or there is going to be a Bollinger breakdown or a spill out. It's not going to happen, right? Unless we get a signal. The chart says to say today is bearish, of course, but no, this is it, right? Now, support resistances we had seen for Nifty, we just have to see that for Bank Nifty also. So, sorry, Bank Nifty, yeah. So today Bank Nifty actually is also doing the same, right? So where is the support? The channel supports are there, right? So if it comes, this channel is broken, that will be the first. Then you have, we'll just try to draw the fib retracement also on this point, right? And right, we can see that. We'll just remove the backgrounds and all that. So yeah, so similarly 23 fib is like 34,500 level. There is a support, right? Right now we had a 35,400 levels, which was some broken yesterday with bullish move upwards, but just fall down below that. Still, we can see that it is not gone down of the channel. So that basically it is bullish. Bollinger Bands, if you see, it was almost breaking out. The channel was expanding, but it didn't work out. So it keeps continuing to consolidate. So when it is breaking out, you would have movements like this. The band, the Bollinger Bands will be expanding like this. So until that expansion happens, right, it is still consolidating, right? There's no expansion, so it continues to be in the range. Now this is like an inverted head and shoulder that is drawn, looks like that on a daily, but head and shoulder pattern breakouts are effective only on a larger time frame like weekly or monthly and not on daily. But still, just draw that just to keep a watch. There is a potential chance that it can break out. Right? Normally, it is seen on monthly. Right? So this is the channel, right? That is drawn. The channel is clearly there, right? Multiple times it has tried to come close to that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Top also 2, 3 times it has come. Now, if it is breaking that, then we can be clear that, right? That we had a correction, but after the correction, when we did the up move, it could not again go back to the all-time high. That is what you can conclude if it fails, right? We had been rallying just from the corona times. We had been consolidating, but the trend is not as good as the Nifty, right? It had corrected multiple times. See, here you have a very good correction. Here you have another correction. Here you have another correction. So big correction means moderate corrections, right? Then it hit the all-time high in the month of February, and after that it did a more correction than the Nifty. Right? This is a huge correction. Now then again it started up, and then now it is finding energy to consolidate and then go up and hit the all-time high and go up further. Right? Similar to how it happened in all this area. So if it cannot make out, then it will be right, visible. Right? So that's about Bank Nifty, and let's see what else can we learn from. Yeah, so support and momentum is what we have to see. Let's get into Nifty and look at what is the momentum talking about. Momentum has gone back. Yesterday it was in the bullish zone. Today it has gone back to the sideways zone. Momentum is dipped for the Nifty. For the Bank Nifty, if you see what has happened on the momentum, right? There's some issue on Bank Nifty charts. it's saying NSE Bank, yes, Bank Nifty chart symbols. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we can do. Right, let's come back. No, NSE Bank has some issues in the connection. So let's try and see that in TradingView, whether we are able to see the Nifty Bank charts. And here we have Bank Nifty, right? So we were talking about trend and momentum, right? So here we have the momentum which has dipped on the Bank Nifty also, right? Nifty it had dipped, Bank Nifty also it had dipped, right? So that's the momentum. Now trend, what is happening? Let's look at the trend. Looks like I would need to, yes. So trend indicator is not appearing here. Yes. So let's see the trend indicator. What does it say? So if we do this, we can see that the trend. So this is the interesting part. In the Nifty, the trend is down bearish. Yesterday it was bullish. Now it has crossed over and then it is trend. Bank Nifty is still not crossed over. Still bullish. From the trend point, this trend has now changed from Bank Nifty. Nifty it has changed, right? So that is another interesting aspect, right? Now that's all about the charts and the patterns. Now let us get into the open interest analysis and see what is happening on the open interest. So today was an expiry, right? A very bearish expiry, right? Which pulled the market near to 200 points or 170, 60 points down, right? So the data that you see here is 50 for the next expiry, which starts from tomorrow. So the data is not fully reliable, but you can see that this is a bearish chart overall. As call writing is happening, 15,800 still. That seems to be a hurdle. That just below that you don't see much support. The highest is 15,000 far away. That is where the highest call writing can be seen. Put writing can be seen. The supports are very far away. Here the next support is 15,500. Right? It's not much writing seen. Coming days we will see this chart more relevant. Put call ratio is gone to 0.67, which is not good, right? It was about 1 point something yesterday. And Bank Nifty, if you see, put call ratios again come down to 0.72, and this also seems to be a bearish chart with high resistance at 35,300. So support is in 35,200 with small, no, that was 8th June, sorry. So for Bank Nifty, you can see that 36,000 is the contract, highest call rating, and below that you have 35,500. Right now the market is at 35,400 levels, and there's you can see that the put rating is at very low, 35,000, right? Not much. So it's forward, bearishness can be seen. Today's bearishness can be seen visible. But again, once again, the details on the open interest analysis will be more clear from tomorrow onwards, right? When the expiry, weekly expiry for that starts fresh, right? That's about open interest analysis, and volatility is something that is we see in India weeks. If you see today was the India week shot up to 30, close at 13.6. So if we look at the price range, you can see that there is big, around 14% up move have happened in a single day. So the VIX spike has happened. The market has fallen down, VIX has shot up. The VIX shows at all-time low levels. It has even gone to 11 point some levels, right? Almost 11 levels, historic lows, and now it is spiked up a bit. and see what happens in the market when the VIX goes up, right? So that's about the VIX, right? And foreign institutions data, if you see, you can see that who created the fall. Yes, it's not big selling, but 500 crore selling yesterday also. No, it's not daily. So so that is big selling. So FIS today did a big selling of 1,500 crores. That's the reason for the fall. Yes, so here is DA also sold around 1,000 crores. So combined you have big selling, right? So when you have selling from the FIS and from the DAs, right? No, I'm just checking again. Yes, July 8 has huge selling. Oh, so this is combined. Yeah, so this is final course by FIA, and that's 950 crores by DA. So more selling has happened from the domestic institutions. They had been buying for 14 days consecutively, and yesterday they started selling. Today they sold big. FIs are not selling big, but no, consistently they had been selling, but they continued except for one day yesterday, which we thought was a good thing, but no, they sold today also, right? And the sector watch, if you see the sectors, all sectors are down. So such a bearish day. So now just on. So but still, let's look at the the key indexes. FMCG was bearish and it was bullish yesterday and it lost its momentum, right? We counted it as bullish. Automobile, this continues to be in the downside and it went down. And we normally look at IT. IT seems to be fairly, keeping the momentum and then continues to be bullish, right? So let's also look at pharma. We have been seeing pharma. Pharma is again lost momentum, right? So everyone lost momentum today. IT is only one which just hanged on, right? So that's and now let us see what is happening from the USD INR side. I had done a bit of study earlier, so that's why I opened this. Let me just open and see if it comes in investing.com, right? And here is the USD INR, right? So USD INR is moving up. That means the dollar is strengthening, right? That we have been seeing that it is approaching a major resistance zone also, if I understand correctly, right? No, this is the chart for gold actually. So let's see. Yeah, so this is what I had looked up earlier. So this is the chart for the USD INR. It is rising up, right? And then there is a resistance of 75. So sustaining above that is going to be tough because it's a very, it has multiple resistances. So it's a, right? So it was at a support, it is finding a new resistance there, but it's heading up. So dollar, rupee is weakening every day, right? Because it continues to move up. Now gold is something that we can see that it is rising up from a support after consolidation. It is rising up every day continuously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 days of movement up, right? Now another thing that has happened is the oil. Brent oil seems to be the Brent oil seems to have fallen further, right? it's continuously falling, right? So otherwise, that's what the gold, oil, and USD dollar is all about. Now let's see what is the US markets doing. US markets have fallen huge as of now, as of the time of recording for this. 200 points down is Nasdaq. Yes, so that's a gap down, big fall. This is Dow S&P 500. Dow Jones has fallen 200. That's big fall that's happening. So US market seems to be falling big because of some news as per the chart that we see. I had not seen this, the first time I'm seeing this. So as of now, the time of the recording, US markets are falling big. Dow Jones has fallen 500 points. That's huge fall, right? All US market is falling. So that is something that we need to be cautious about, right? Yep. So we have seen, the market. What happened today? It was heavily bearish day, right? Momentum trend, right? And the momentum, everything has come down, but Bank Nifty momentum is still not crossed over. That's the only thing, right? And consolidation cannot be. We cannot say that the consolidation is over until we see that the channel is broken. All the major support levels are all broken, which is yet to happen. Probably it may happen tomorrow. Then we say that it has turned bearish. So as of now, it is consolidation that continues, although we had a very bearish day today, right? So that is what we can summarize, and we are seeing that the open interest analysis is not fully clear because it's a bearish overall. Same like chart, so levels are yet to be decided when it starts trading expiry tomorrow. So volatility is shot up, just spiked up, something to be careful, right? And how long it will spike up, we never know. So that's why. So when it spikes up and then reaches a position where it is mean reverting, it's good for option sellers. But option buyers can benefit, but you're allowed to look at the supports levels also and not just trade on the news. Now FIAs are selling is bad thing. The even more bad thing is that domestic institutions also has started selling 2 days continuous now. Sectors are all bearish except IT, and because, the reason that the USD INR is dollar is strengthening, was strengthening. We'll come to know that it continues to do that. It's approaching a resistance, so it may not strengthen further. After 75, there may be a resistance, but as of now, it is strengthening. And the global markets are in some kind of fear grip, and then there's huge fall that's seen here. You have to check pre-market whether that recovers later in the USD, right? And accordingly, you have to take. So, should not trade based on. So, if you have a positional, keep watch on the levels that we discussed and then trade accordingly. If you're intraday, wait for the first 45 to 1 hour and see what is the market telling. Is it bearish, sideways, or is it bullish? Depending on that, go long or short, or go for non-directional, right? So whenever you do that, it has to be hedged. Long means spreads, short means spreads, sideways means hedged with iron flies or iron condors, right? So that way, if you do, the losses will be limited, and then no one. So that's a wrap up. So actionable would be to wait and watch, right? Wait and watch the price action tomorrow, and accordingly get out of. If your levels or stop loss are triggered in the positional, get out of at the appropriate time. If they are not triggered, just hang on there. That's intraday. Wait till the initial price action. What does it say? So that's what the actionable is all about. Thanks for listening. I hope it helps you. right? Trade with caution because of the volatility and the new that's anticipated, and so trade with caution, right? Don't follow the news alone. Trade with what the charts say, right? With strict stop loss. Take the losses and get out. Do not hope that it will revert. So that's all I have, and kindly subscribe and share this to your friends, colleagues, and relatives, and everyone, so that subscriptions increase to help us motivate to come out with more. And happy trading and happy learning. Bye.